Morning, y'all. Christy here. It is Sunday, November 20th, 2022. I am coming on for my accountability check-in. I am grateful that the sun is out, and although it's cold, there is no rain. So I'm happy for that. Makes for a pleasant walk, even though it's cold. But I'm grateful that it's a beautiful day and the sun is shining. And I did laugh at myself when I watched the video, when I was posting it, because I clearly got brain freeze from my walk yesterday, because I, for some reason, thought it was Friday. And I was like, oh, I'll see y'all Saturday, tomorrow, knowing it was Saturday already. So I cracked up laughing at myself because I clearly didn't know what day it was yesterday. It was Saturday, not Friday, and today is Sunday. So that post was actually on a Saturday, not a Friday. So I did find humor in my post, even though it was kind of long and a little deep, but I did laugh at it. So that was my bad. It was Saturday yesterday, not Friday. But anyways, I'm feeling great. It's cold, but happy, not miserable. And it's gorgeous out here. And I've been reading my book as I'm walking. 3 Feet from Gold. Great book, like I said. Ties in a lot with Think and Grow Rich and all the other books that I've read. And, they're so full of information, great information, that everybody should read them at least once. I plan on reading them over and over, especially when I start going down in a valley, because it's inevitable. That's just the way life is. It's peaks and valleys. You can't avoid the valleys. It's just how you get through them. And so if I ever find myself in a valley, I'll turn to one of these books to get my mind right. But it is day 34. It is Sunday. And it's a great day. Great day to be alive. Yesterday was a great day to be alive, but it was freezing. I was not happy in the morning. But today, sun is shining and feels great, even though my hands are still frozen. But anyways, like I was saying yesterday about my anxiety, it's something that I've struggled with for the good part of 12 plus years, 12 years for sure that I've been diagnosed, and probably before that. And, I finally feel like I'm on the other side of it now. And I'm attributing that to this process that I'm going through. Trying to reinvent myself, trying to rediscover who I am and what makes me the person that I am and the person that I'm meant to be. And each day it seems to get a little easier. Even things that would have knocked me to the ground and kept me there aren't keeping me there. It's amazing how when you start working on yourself and finding methods and tools to help you navigate the curveballs that life throws at you, that how it's so much easier to move past them and not let them take over you, or you succumb to them and stay down. And just the smallest things used to do that to me. And I'm not gonna lie, in the past it always used to be money, whether it was money with my business or my personal finances, or I made a stupid financial decision and there was repercussions from it. I would let that eat away at me forever, and I couldn't move past it. And now, I'm proud to say that I'm able to handle those kind of instances, and they don't defeat me. And it just feels like a huge weight off my shoulders, because that was one of my burdens that I always carried, just worrying too much about simple things. And like I said, I'm my own worst enemy. So, I always put these unrealistic qualities set these unrealistic qualities or goals for myself that made it difficult to attain. And then when I didn't attain it, then I obsessed over them and, would wonder why I didn't meet them or what I could have done to be better and why I failed. And then I beat myself up about it and, let it keep me in that valley for forever. And then I'd withdraw from everything and everyone. And then, it could go on for a long time. And then eventually I would get up, not by my own accord. Someone would help me up, lift me up. And I got dependent on that. And, you can't always depend on that. Sometimes you have to be able to pick your own self up. And I'm learning that. And it's making me stronger. And it's making me a better person for it. And, it's just simple techniques that I'm learning. And not taking life so serious anymore. Actually laughing and smiling. Truly about stuff that probably would have made me cry. Or retreat into that box. Like I said, I don't even know where the box is. I burned it. Well, I probably didn't burn it yet. I started take the duct tape off and folded it flat. But that is my goal, to eventually burn it. But I at least disassembled it, so that's progress. And I celebrate the small things. I'm not so hard on myself anymore. And I don't take myself too serious. And I do laugh at myself often. And I had a great laugh yesterday when I realized I was acting like it was Friday when it was Saturday. So, but like I'm saying, I finally feel like I've reached the top of that anxiety mountain. And I'm ready to cross over and eventually get off my meds. But like I said, I'm not going to do it, on my own, and just quit cold turkey, because it's not something you can just stop. I mean, some people can, but I don't want to risk that, of just stopping cold turkey and then chemically throwing my body for a loop and then regressing, and all of this progress that I've made so far on this journey unravel, because it affects my emotional stability. I feel great and everything, but I still take my medication every morning. The only thing I've stopped taking, with the advice of my doctor, my therapist, is my sleeping medicine, because there were no side effects if you just stopped taking it. You didn't have to cycle down from it. You could just stop taking it. But, with my therapist's advice, I'm going to have to cycle down off of my medication, because I've been on it for so long, and it will remain in my system, longer. So, it has to be a gradual process, and I'm ready to embark on that process. Of course, I can't start that until 3 more months. But, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of ready to learn how to deal with my anxiety head on and not self-medicate it. Because even though I take medication, can I do these things without it? Can I handle life challenges without it? I don't know. I can't say I can or I can't, because right now I do take my medication, and it is a mood stabilizer. So, but even I know that I could honestly say it didn't always help 100%. It wasn't the magic pill that made everything go away and made me deal with all my with a snap of the fingers. No, even on my medication, and even at one point when the thick of it, when COVID had hit, and the business was struggling, to grow because there were so many restrictions. I had to up my medication, and even then, I still wasn't in a good place. I was still stressed. I was still anxious. I still couldn't sleep. It didn't matter if I took my sleeping meds. I still couldn't sleep. I was just in a valley for, it seemed like 2 years. I was just faking it till I made it. And I let, a situation that, I couldn't change dictate my life. And negatively. I never thought positively. I just let, here's this pandemic and it's ruining my life. Well, that's because I let it. I let it influence my thought processes and how I felt about things until I finally just had enough. It wasn't like it was going away, the pandemic was going away, or things were changing. I just finally had to pull myself out and, pull myself up and say, what are you doing? Get it together. Literally, I had to tell myself that. Because I was tired of being unhappy. And I knew I was destined for something else. And I was letting all that negativity cloud it. And so it was time to clear my head and think positive. But I didn't know where to start. And then I stumbled across, a community of like-minded people. And the more I immersed myself into that world, the more I could see clearly. I knew what I wanted to do. Now I just needed to figure out how I was going to do it. And, I'm grateful, for my funnel hacking community and my ClickFunnels community, and even my fitness community. It's a combination of everything. You can't just mentally feel good, you have to physically feel good. And I had let that passion go away when I was in that valley for almost 2.5 years. I let the one thing I do enjoy, I let that slip away. I stopped working out. I made 50 million alibis, excuses for not doing it, and it's a complete process, mind, body, and soul. And, I brought back faith because I lost my faith. And, the only time I would reach out for my faith during those 2 years was when things got really bad. That was really the only time I would channel my faith, because I was desperate. It wasn't for anything else but a sheer cry for help. And, from my readings and reconnecting with my faith, that's not the time when you're supposed to do it. Yeah, it's great, but you shouldn't just call on your faith when times are bad. It should be when times are good as well. And I'm rediscovering that, and to be grateful and thankful for what I do have and what I have been through, and all the experiences I've had, and all the people I've met, and all the opportunities that I've embarked on, or the ones that I missed. I'm grateful and thankful for those. And, I never really said that. I just took them for granted. Faith just isn't here for when you need it and things go bad. It should be when things are good and things are great. And I have rediscovered that. And that doesn't make me, this religious person. It just makes me okay with my faith. And, I'm not telling anybody what they need to do or believe. I'm just saying personally for me, that's just something that helps complete this process for me, this journey that I'm going on to becoming the best version of myself and achieving personal excellence. You know, I'm making sure I check the boxes in each, because to me, they're important. And I forgot about a lot of them. And I'm happy to say that I've relearned them. And I feel so much better every day. And every day I get stronger. And I'm okay. And I'm not afraid. I stand taller. My shoulders, you know, kind of go out, go a little bit broader. I don't worry. You know, I don't live my life seeking approval or validation. I just live it, you know, and I share it. You know, that's another thing that I'm reading, learning from all these books that I'm reading, is that share it with others. You know, share your progress. Share your little pearls of wisdom that you get from others. And mine happen to be from these books. And people that are in my community. And, you know, that's one thing it says, don't keep them to yourself, share them. You know, you never know, one thing that helped you may help somebody else. You know, I'm not claiming that I know all these answers, but I'm getting them from people that have been through it, valleys like me. And I don't have the answers. So, like I said, I'm seeking counsel from those that have went through it, or books that are helping me devise a plan to implement my purpose in life, my definite purpose in life. You know, I know what it is, and I'm using tools to get there one step at a time, closer and closer. And one thing that I liked is how one of the books compared this journey to a piñata. You know, you don't see the changes that are being made because they're starting on the inside first. And before you know it, you keep chipping away at the inside, and then you finally have a breakthrough, and then this flood of greatness is unleashed. And, you know, just like a piñata, you know, you're swinging away at it, and yeah, you hear it breaking, or you hear a little crack, or some of the paper mache falls off, and then maybe you make a dent, but still, or an opening happens, but nothing comes out yet. And, you know, you still keep pounding away at it. You don't give up. You don't just stop when the leg's broken, or an arm's broken, or a piece of it's broken and nothing's coming out, or maybe just a little bit's coming out. You don't stop then. You just keep going, and until it breaks wide open, and then success, you know. So I just think it's pretty neat like that, how it was compared to that, this process. It's, you know, this journey is like a piñata. I do see some on the outside, you know, of course, physical. You know, my clothes are getting bigger. You know, I see changes in my body. You know, I'm getting more definition in my arms and legs. But, you know, it's nothing drastic. But I know there's work being made on the inside, and that's what matters. So, you know, there's hope for everyone. If there's hope for me, Lord knows I needed it. There's hope for anyone. You know, you're never too far gone or too far lost. Trust me. So I went ahead and did this post early so I can enjoy my Sunday fun day with my books and my fam. Well, my husband's at work, but maybe Kylie and I can veg out and do something. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day after I finish this, and then take about a couple hour break. And then I have to knock out the second 45-minute indoor session. So my quote that I'm going to end with today is from this book, and it's from Napoleon Hill. Most great people have attained their greatest success just one step beyond their greatest failure. And that's from Napoleon Hill. So just when you think about quitting, don't. because your greatest success could be right around the corner, three feet in front of you, or 3 feet behind you. That's another thing I just read, that sometimes it's not in front of you. Maybe you need to take three steps 3 feet behind you and go back and retrace and discover what you might have missed. So have a great Sunday, and sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Enjoy your day, and remember, you're great. You matter. I believe in you. Your happiness matters. Your well-being matters. Do something today or tomorrow that makes you happy, makes you smile, makes you truly happy, and do it for you, no one else. And delete regrets, hit reset, and unleash your new mindset. All right. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.